Well, we're here. The season finale. The season finale of this arc of the season finale of the arc. So you all must be thinking, well, we got some shit. Long time no see. So with this end of the era, this is end of an era. This is end of an era. This is the finality. This is not the final. This is not the final, but we will see some finality here. And this could be quite possibly my longest Dark Aetherverse video. Well, let's begin.
I was just going to get on Call of Duty Log.
Nice. With this epic saga, this is the end of the beginning. Torches will be passed. Time loops will be started. Time loops will be started. What else is there? Friends will hate me. And don't worry. Actually, you ain't gay. You're damn right I do. So as we begin this, as we begin end of an era, let's recap, shall we? So with it, we got a great battle. We got a great war ahead of us. Monsters of monsters of everyone's nightmares have come to our dimension, to our world. Let me tell you something. We got Chris. We got Shadow Rev. We got Dark Inferno, which is basically Evil Inferno. We got Cthulhu, Mephistopheles, Malefor. Who else? Ultimus, Undead Ultimus. We got a lot of bad guys. I'm not gonna name them all. Oh, and of course, an army of the dead. Let's see how long that army is on their side for a little bit. Because, let's just say, the good guys have a necromancer on their side. So, with...
You know what, funny, my dad calls me far from Cold War and I asked him how he said because I act like her. Emoji happy tears.
Wow. Nice. So as the good guy, so I'm going to, and then we got Short, we got Short, we got Shortho, we got Shorts, we got Shorts Horgoth. I should also mention what his name means, because I've never, because here's the thing, I've never, like, explained what his name means, and I should also explain why, and, like, why Artemis is the only god, I never explained why, like, Artemis was the only goddess in the universe. We got Short Horgoth. His name means many gods. Here's why. He's every single he is every single god and goddess. So he's basically he's an it, not a him, but still. We're so good. So yeah, Short Horgoth means many gods and goddesses. Then we got Sam. We got Samantha Maxis. Jennifer Maxis. Ludwig Maxis. Ember and Amelia. Now we have
I'm just going to play some zombies.
right. Roger that. What? So with that, like, I'm not gonna go through every hero, but we got Herobus. No man. So yeah, we got Herobus, we got Invictus, we got Primus. We even, like, we have Inferno. Well, Inferno's gonna be fighting Chris for the most part. While Chris is going to simultaneously taunt every single person he knows. So as we begin this legendary fucking episode, this is gonna be fun. Also, if there's a flag, also if you see So as we begin, we see a soul come out of Mephistopheles. We see a soul come out of Mephistopheles. However, that soul does not stay in that one place. It goes back 27 years. That soul goes backwards in time to 27 years. Jack! Do you want to take a guess on whose soul that is that just popped out of that demon? Alright, let me tell you something here. You're like... Jack. You're like Pennywise. Yes, you're like Pennywise because you only come back every 27 years. So yeah, with that entire thing going on, Inferno and Revan call upon the Dark Aether. Revan using the Dark Aether to power the Dark Ethereum, his Dark Ethereum blades, the Blades of Redemption. I want to point this out. Dark Ethereum is like Ethereum, except better. I'll explain why. Dark Ethereum is exactly what it sounds like. You might be thinking, well, why is Dark Ethereum better than normal Ethereum? You might be asking. Dark Ethereum is the counter opposite of what normal Ethereum is. Normal Ethereum, having been corrupted by the Dark Aether, it's still called Ethereum. It's just corrupted. Dark Ethereum is created, it's a man-made Ethereum. Revan made that in the Dark Aether. He just made it uncorruptible. Following? Good. We got... So yeah, Revan. So as Revan begins charging his blades, we see all six characters: Revan, Jen, Ludwig, Amelia, Wither, and Akiza standing together. And with their powers combined, they're gonna snap their fingers. With all six of them together, they're basically the MacGuffins of this epic battle. They steal the MacGuffins. Basically, if Chris gets his hands on them and steals that power, game over. It is game over. Inferno. I did say it was gonna be like a I did tell everybody. I'm like, this is going to be some Avengers Endgame. This is gonna be some Avengers Endgame level event. So So as Jen and Eurobus just start fucking running, because they are quite possibly literally mad lads. We see Jen using her soul power to burn the undead to ashes. As we see Revan, as we see Ludwig slashing through the air to teleport, and right behind and teleport front. He then Ludwig then decides it's a good idea. Yeah, he's gonna kill Mephistopheles with his bare hands. I should probably do some power scaling here. So far, Revan's at the top of the game. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm like, it goes Revan, Inferno, Sam, Liliana, Mallory. Well, actually, no. Mallory and Revan are top. Actually, they're at the same. They're at the top of their games right now, so they are up there. They are god tier right now. We got Inferno, who's below him, who's below his 2 children, mind you. We got Liliana, below Inferno. Sam, Jen, Ludwig, Akiza, Wither, Amelia, Ember, and then we got the humans of the group. Those that have nothing special. So, and then we got Invictus, which would go Seraphinia, John, Arlo, Remy, Blake, and Eisen. And then we got Primus, an ultimate. Then we got Primus / Jerobus Richtofen. So, we got, then it goes Dempsey, Nikolai Takio, and then it goes Richtofen. So, as the characters, okay. You asked me if I want to play. So with Revan, as Revan and as everyone starts fucking running, they run. They start killing. They start killing the hordes of the undead. Until Liliana remembers, because she has not been using her magic for a very long time. Now she's a necromancer. So with her powers, she turns the army of the dead against the others, against the threats. So as that's going on, Inferno looks at Chris. El står av. Allt att. Kriget Salamas. Allt står av. It's time, brother. Your end is now. I'm just beginning. Little brother. I told your son that when I get out, and I would, and I did. I would kill everyone he loved, starting with you. So as Chris and Fire start fighting, Ludwig is right behind Mephistopheles. As Ludwig and him are fighting, if Mephistopheles remembers Inferno, Mephistopheles remembers Ludwig. You killed me! Oh, that's nice. I don't remember killing you. You will die, human. Oh, nice. Still, I could give less of a shit. So as Ludwig's still fighting, Ludwig is fighting Mephistopheles. Ludwig slashes at him. You think that I will die by your feeble weapons? Yeah. Actually. So, do me a favor. And just wither, and you just die. So Wither and Reyna are on the opposite side of the battlefield. They are fighting. They are fucking fighting. Wither and Reyna, they're fighting. They are using the powers that they have to destroy them all. So yeah, Revan is there. Revan begins to see a vision of the future. But he can't remember what it is. Then he sees Elizabeth in her dog form. Elizabeth. Yeah, Dad. Said Elizabeth. Elizabeth told him. Asked him. Yeah. Do you know what to do? I got an inkling of what to do. Good. Good. Let's kill them all. Let's kill them all. So as the greatness that is Elizabeth, she will become. Elizabeth is right now. She is ready to fucking go. The amount of things she can do. So As Elizabeth looks at her father, knowing something's gonna go down. She's from the future. So, are we ready for this? Mom's opinion? No. Good. No one's ever ready. Because no one's ever ready. Let me tell you. I am never ready. Have I ever told you about the events that have transpired here? No. So, what? So, with that being said, so as everything goes down, everything's going down. Revan and his daughters, Revan and his entire family is fighting. So as the Kent family is fighting together, Inferno fighting his brother is like, well, if I'm going to, you know what, I might just kill my brother instead. I mean, he doesn't deserve to live. So as that is going, as he is just fucking ready. Inferno fighting his brother. You cannot win. You can't win, Chris. You know this. You know what do you want? What do I always want? Power. I want power. You disappoint me. You disappoint me, little brother. I hope you know that death is coming. It's coming for you. There's nothing you can do to stop it. As Revan, so when Revan talks to his brother, he says so Revan looks at everybody, seeing everyone, and says, "Well, time to go full out. I'm going all out." Revan just snaps his fingers. Cthulhu is destroyed. Shadow Rev is gone. Dark Inferno is banished. Is banished from all realities. Half the zombies that are on the battlefield are destroyed. Revan sees that he is becoming pure, sees that he will become pure energy the more he uses his dark Ethereum power his dark ether powers, the more he uses it, the more he becomes, the more he'll become, the more he uses it, the more he will drain off his life. That is the downside of being half Aetherian. Half dark Aetherian. Using the powers that you have will destroy you. It will kill you. Now, knowing him, he has used it a lot, but it's finally taken a toll. Revan was it Inferno realizing that there is no other way. He takes his brother to the dark ether and tells him, tell me, what do you want in life? What is it you want? Anything. What is it you want, little brother? I want you to know that death is not an end. I know Chris is in there. Not you. I know you're the dark half of him. The more corruptive side. He needs to see the light. Now. So as Inferno and Chris fight, and Inferno, tired of messing around, uses his full power. He takes away the darker half, his brother's dark half. How long has it been? How long has it been since I've been like that? Chris? Is that you? Yeah, it's me. Inferno? What day did you leave? What day was it when you time traveled to the Great War? November 5th, 2019. Alright. So, what did you do? I got rid of your darker half. You still have the etheric energies inside you, it's just not as potent. I see. And the writer? The author? I'm pretty sure he's still in there somewhere. Chris's face twitches to reveal that I am still alive. Yes, Inferno, I am still alive, and thank you for asking. I told you I'd be fighting on the inside. I didn't say that there would be help. This is my body, after all. So as Chris and Inferno get out of the dark ether, Sam looks, but more importantly, she looks at the eyes. They're not the glowing red, they're not the glowing black that they were of pure corruption. They are instead back to normal. Back to the greenish blue eye color. She now knows that her husband that 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 her husband and her former husband are back. So as Chris and Inferno, as Chris and Inferno, the Dark Ether and the Ether Incarnate, or just the Dark Ether, and a person who can manipulate a little bit of the Dark Ether as well, to a smaller extent. Chris uses the powers from the Ethereum crystals to rebirth the universe. So as Chris and Inferno are fighting now, not against each other, but as one. The Kent brothers have been finally reunited. Chris then tells Inferno, it has to be you. You have to make the play. Alright. Whatever you need me to do. As Inferno looks at his at the family he has, he asks Jen, Ludwig, Amelia, Akiza, Wither, and Revan. It's Japanese, you dumb fuck. Who names their kid Akira? Who names their kid? Who names their kid Akira? Let me tell you something. Akira's a common name in Japan. So as we begin again, as he tells him, as Inferno tells them, lend me a little bit of your power in the form of 6 elemental ingots. Soul, power, mind, reality, space, and time. Yes! Nothing! So as everyone is, as 2 out of the fucking 3, as 1 out of the 6 is yelling with pure fucking rage right now. That was my controller! Yeah, it does! As Revan lets out a cry of anger and rage, he fucking tears through. Oh, I should probably also mention, yeah, most of the zombies are dead. What else is dead? Well, oh yes, an entire army of squid demons. So, as Revan punches a squid demon, name unspecified. Not gonna. I don't know. No, I'm trying to think of a name. Old one spawn. Old one spawn. A Cthulhu spawn. So as Revan punches it, it disintegrates. He wasn't even fucking trying. It's just fucking dust. Revan looks at where all the looks at where all the stones are on Inferno's hand. Using the power of the dark ether, Inferno? Revan, yeah? I'm sorry. I am. I am sorry, Revan. Dad, whatever you're thinking of... Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it. Revan, there's no other way. To you, Thorgoth. Revan. As we see an arrow fly past Inferno and Revan. What the fuck? They see the goddess of the moon, Artemis. Thorgoth finally gets interested into the fight. Well. Looks like someone's finally arrived. Doctor, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunt and niece. What? Do you not recognize me? Or us? No. Do you mind if you tell me who you are? Why? We're your family. My family was corrupt. I escaped the corruption. Your sins know no bounds, Artemis. You will perish with your lover. Jen slices. Amelia slices the air, and a bunch of arrows form out of reality. She sends them all hurling down onto them. onto the enemy. Shorthorgoth creates a shield of divine energy of eldritch magic to block it, to block all of it. Revan, using the Blades of Redemption, slicing through hordes of the hordes. We finally see Samantha doing something. Using her military experience and Takio's sword that she pulled out from the Dark Aether. Takio, looking at the sword, realizing that that's his. He asks her where she got it. I got it off your dead body. Ah. So as he... No. No, I don't. So as all the characters... So as everyone begins, as Jen using the Darky, using what she had, what little control of the Dark Aether she has, uses it. Jen uses the Dark Aether. Wait, whoops, sorry, wrong character. I mean, Sam uses the Dark Aether. Man, can't get the characters right. She uses it to... She uses it to finally understand the pain that Inferno has been holding in. Finally, now she uses the Dark Aether on the blade itself to open a portal back to the Dark Aether. Sam. So as everyone's fighting, it's been a few hours. And Inferno getting sick and tired of all the bloodshed. Seeing his family get hurt, being used, dying over and over and over again. Inferno simply says, enough. And with all 6 stones, Inferno snaps his finger. Shadow, Dark Inferno, Shorthorgoth, the armies themselves. Shorthorgoth is banished from the into the Dark Aether for all of eternity. The Keepers, the Apothecons. Monty and the Shadow Man, gone. Forever. As Inferno's body, after using the powers, his body could not take the toll that required that much power. As the battle ends, Chris looks at his brother and says, "It is time. It is time. It is time for everything to go." As Chris tells him that he deserved it, that he deserved this rest. Chris, understanding,
Yeah.
Chris sees that everyone is. Chris asks everybody to go, just to give him some space. Inferno wanting to talk to Revan, to tell him. Inferno wanting to see Revan. Yeah. I know that I haven't been the best. I know I haven't been the best father. The best father, and I know that I'm not the father that you wanted.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Revan, you were the best choice that I have ever made. You have shown me what it's like to finally be free. So, as you have been the best decision I have ever made. You, your sister, everyone. You are all heroes. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Heroes sacrifice. It is what we do. Our lives are nothing but chaos. You have always, Revan, you have always had the potential to be better. Now, as I rest for the final time, there is nothing left for me. No more. No less. There is nothing more for me. This is no longer my story. It's yours. your families. They will carry the torch. From now until the end of time. Heroes is what we are. And is what we shall be. I love every single one of you. Revan. Now, Revan's processing. He's processing what his father just told him. That, you know, life, nothing can move on. That things can move on, finally. That there is a path, that there is a way. As this kind of story, so this is Inferno's end. The battle was very long. Approximately about. Now I know that like I've been jumping around and all that stuff, banishing, killing, and all that stuff. A lot of time has gone around, so that's the reason why I didn't do a time jump, because it was just happening. It was a 5-month battle. It was well, not 5 months. It was a 7-month battle. It was almost a year. And that's why it will always be remembered as the Great War. Normally a war is supposed to last like, you know, like more than a year. And not this one. So Revan now seeing Revan closes his father's eyes. You deserve rest. Resting. If I have learned anything in these, in all my years, is that you don't take anything for granted. Time and space begin again and again. Time loops are started and stopping. So as Revan starts asking, so what happened to that Jack guy? Everyone's like, who knows? He's probably fine. As we cut to 27 years in the past. Someone has gone batshit crazy because they can't escape. Plotting revenge. However, that revenge will never come. As Elizabeth looks at her father, knowing that her younger self will never know her grandfather, she is just happy that she got to experience, that she finally, that she got to see him for who he was and not what he was. So, as we draw a curtain, as this curtain draws to a close, Elizabeth tells her father one thing, that she's gonna stick around here for a little bit. That she's gonna stick here. She's gonna stick around. And tells him to write a book. Yeah. Never fancied myself a writer. Really? Because in the future where I'm from, you're a writer. Really? And what is this magnificent story that you know so well? And what do I call this? And what do I call this tale? Well, you wanted to base it around your life. It's, well, most of your life, but you stuck to calling it the Dark Aetherverse. So the character, so there we go, guys. We got confirmation. This entire story is not being told through the eyes of the author, but it's being told through the eyes of an elder Revan. So, yeah. That's gonna be this is the season finale. End of an era. With what? So, yeah, this entire story is being told through the eyes of Revan, who has been chronicling his adventures with Hirobis, Raven. He's been chronicling everyone's adventures. Now, the big question is, who's he telling this to? Well, he's telling it to every single one of his grandkids. And his grandkids. You see, so as Revan, Revan's telling it. So yeah, everything is being told by Revan, the Dark Aetherverse, everything. Nothing more, nothing less. The Dark Aether, end of an era. So as we go ahead, as we close this chapter off, I want to leave with one little tiny thing. 1985. It is 1984. 1985. Somewhere around that era. We see Chris. We see Sam, and we see Chris / me. Sam and me, and / Chris, are retiring from the chaos, some normalcy, or at least a portion of normalcy. Having picked to live the life that they have always wanted, together and happy. I finally reveal what my plan was. My plan was, I finally revealed the plan to Sam. The plan was always to get Chris in this body, to expel his darker half from it. And as she asks him, why? Because we knew that we couldn't live life without you. Life would not be fun. It would not be worth living if you weren't in it. So we concocted a plan. Well, he concocted the first half because it was all in the ether. He knew that by letting his darker half go free for a little while, that he would eventually reside in him. Knowing that the light was still there, he figured out that the best way to do it was to let everything go. To let you go to have a life. Then to one day return, come back, start a war, have Inferno fight him, and finally accept everything. Everything that he's done. Everything that he is going to do. But after I told him that the one person he's hurting is you, he finally took control. Told Inferno to take his darker half out and destroy it. So we made a bargain. So we made the deal with each other. we both loved you, we both get to stay with you. However, the deal was we also go back to check on the hooligans once in a while. Knowing them, they'll be getting into enough trouble as it is. But as long as we have each other. What about your brother? Inferno? It was time. We have been around forever. Fighting, dying, finding out that death wasn't the end. No! Inferno's been wanting this. Inferno's been wanting this for a very long time. Very long time. He knew what he was doing. He was trying to get himself killed. Now and forever. What about that Jack kid? Oh, him? Nah, all the bullshit I've been spewing. All the bullshit I've been spewing to him. Oh, that was nonsense. I have been basically playing him the entire time. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Most definitely. I have been playing him the entire time. I've been playing him for a fool. Thinking that he'd be useful. He was. He was useful. He did prove some use. That I'll give. He also kind of sucked at his job. When Inferno made him a hero, but remember, you would have thought that, he would have been really good at the job. However, he didn't read the fine print. Now, did he? Yeah, the fine print. Yes. That fine print was very, very important. Yeah, the fact that, sacrificing yourself, dying, and also being trapped in being trapped in a personal time loop was also on the list. Really? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, everyone is safe. Everyone's safe. Everyone's ready. So, shall we go home? That's where I'm gonna leave it, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. No cliffhanger. No epilogue. No epilogue. No cliffhanger. I'm gonna leave it, and then I'm gonna come back after a few months and start doing this again with season 2. Yeah.